doesn't get any, well, it's never easy, but it doesn't get any less challenging with Mississippi State coming in. They're playing really, really well. They are outstanding defensively. The physicality, speed, quickness of their guards on the defensive end create a lot of problems. They're very, very good with the ball. Probably as good of a group of guards in the ball screen as anybody in the league, or at least they're in that conversation, I guess. Front line wise, they're aggressive. They defend. They give great help to one another. You can see the defensive togetherness that they have. They're really, really good in transition. They can be a blur at times with the way they can get the ball up the court. And when you got multiple ball handlers, multiple decision makers like that, it makes it a real challenge. So the biggest thing for us is we've got to make sure that we are guarding that paint even better than what we have. It's a huge emphasis, because when they get in the paint, they not only create at the rim, but they do a great job of kicking out, and they have a lot of three-point shooters. So Coach Howland's done a fantastic job there. I have not competed against him since he was at Pittsburgh and I was at Marquette in the 2003 Sweet 16 in Minneapolis. We had an incredible battle on a Thursday night in the old Metrodome. But I've got a ton of respect for him, a ton of respect. I've gotten to know him better and better, but I've always had huge respect for him, even going back to when he was head coach at Northern Arizona. So to me, he's one of the outstanding coaches in the game. We both lived some environments, with what he did at UCLA, what we had at Indiana, and he was able to be in that type of environment and win at a very, very high level. And there's no question that they play with his personality of toughness, tenacity, aggressiveness, and if anything, they're playing faster than what I ever remember his teams playing. So it is going to be a tremendous battle. We're looking forward to it. It's a Wednesday night. We haven't had a Wednesday night, a weeknight game in a long time. So we're looking forward to a great crowd. We need our students. We need people here. It's a 6:30 start, so hopefully we'll get the kind of crowd we need to be able to compete in this game.
Commissioner Sankey, the SEC was kind of an initiative to improve overall basketball in the league. You've obviously seen a lot of good basketball
Sure.
in your years. What's been your view now that you're just about through a whole season of it?
Well, that's been coming up actually this week in question-wise. It is. Here's how I would judge it, and not having gone through the whole league yet, but the margin for error is slim for everybody, because the teams are so good that if you make a mistake, if you make a defensive mistake, if you have one person out of position, this league more often than not makes you pay for it. So it's not like you make a mistake and they miss, or it's not like you make a mistake and they didn't see it. They capitalize on it, and that's a sign of excellent coaching. It's a sign of really good players, both in the backcourt and in the front court. There's depth in this league. I think the thing that not only, the thing to me, I've never been in a league that combines this level of speed with rebounding, right? I mean, I've been in some situations where people might be a little more half-court oriented, and they're really, really good rebounding teams. And I've been in good rebounding leagues, but not one that is like this from top to bottom. And it just shows the ability that so many people have. And then the other thing I think that's a separator in this league, as far as my opinion, these are just strictly my opinion, is the number of guys that can get their own shot. Whether they're in the backcourt, whether they're in the front court, it is amazing. I mean, there's so few places that you can think you're going to catch a break on somebody, or you think you can move off somebody, because you have to be so concerned about how many guys with the ball can go create a shot, which in turn creates offensive rebound opportunities and in turn creates kickouts. So you've got to be so locked into each possession, and I think that's one of the biggest things, or those are some of the biggest things of why it's such a great league.